This is Hopper HQ. And we are looking at our Hopper HQ team. To explain, everyone has an email account which logs into their Hopper HQ account, and that account can be part of teams. So if you do manage multiple, say, for example, client teams, you can separate your subscriptions and your Hopper HQ into teams. You can see here I'm part of a few teams myself, but we're going to be focusing on the Hopper HQ team for now. But it's a great feature to be able to separate the subscriptions, separate the accounts if you need that headspace between them. Awesome. Once you're in your desired team or account, you'll have your social media accounts connected on the left-hand side. We cater for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, and TikTok. And we auto post to all of those, including Instagram stories and Instagram reels. Fantastic. So we are in the Hopper HQ Planner page, looking at our scheduled queue. So our scheduled queue are the accounts in which the posts in which we are 100% happy with, and they are going to be published at the scheduled date and time. And so I can see here, this post is the first one upcoming. If I need to check into it, I can click into it and view the post, make any edits I want. Don't forget to press save and see everything to do with that post. Furthermore, we can drag and we can drop. So if we decide that post we don't want to go out first, we're going to change it and pop it there, we can do that. Fantastic. And then we have our drafted space in Hopper HQ. Drafts are posts which aren't yet perfect, and a place where you can kind of have a bit of a play, kind of a brainstorming playground before the posts are perfect in Hopper HQ. So drafts are distinguishable by this toggle here. You can toggle your post to draft, scheduled, or request approval, which we will get to in just one second. But even if the scheduled time and date comes about, these will not be published, and they are safe in your drafts. Now, approvals. Approvals are a place where if you work within a team, you can set a post for approval. And those with approving permissions will be able to view these and approve, or it might be the case that they don't approve the post. So I can see here that I set this post for approval. I can click into the post, view everything that I did, and if I'm happy with my work, I can press approve, and it will move into the scheduled queue. And if I'm not happy, I can reject it, and it will move back to our drafted queue. If we are working in a team, I can drop some notes here to explain, congratulate, or maybe not, as it may be. Awesome. Then on the right-hand side, we have our grid planner. Grid is a fantastic way to ensure your Instagram and TikToks are looking exactly how you want them. Obviously, the visual aestheticness of Instagram is quite important. It's often seen as a shop window in a website, so you want to make sure it's looking good. With the published posts, we can't do anything with those. If you want to edit, delete, change, head to the platform itself to update those. But likewise, I said you can click into a post, view it, edit it, see it, as well as drag and drop any posts we want to rearrange the order and curate our grid. Hope that all makes sense. Do reach out if there are any questions. So we'll just go and create a post now. You have the option to create posts, reels, and stories. And the reason we separate them is because they are different sizes and we want to make sure your content is optimized for the purpose you're posting for. We also have this bulk create option or bulk upload option, which allows you to upload up to 50 items at a time so you can work in bulk and schedule to your heart's desire. Upload sources, you can upload media from your device, Link, Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, and Unsplash. For those new schedulers amongst us who maybe don't have any graphic designers or a team behind us, solo entrepreneurs, Unsplash is going to be your best friend. You can search for anything in this, and it will pull freely available high-quality stock photography photographs and images. If you don't know, at unsplash.com, check it out. It's amazing. But you can select what you want and upload it directly into Hopper HQ. Whilst that loads, we'll focus on when this post goes out. So this post is currently scheduled to 2030, but you can schedule as far as you like in the future with Hopper HQ. That's the beauty of it. But you have full granularity of choice on kind of when and how you publish. We also have the same granularity with the time. And I really recommend going for kind of these odd looking times like 10:17 or 9:13, 9:49, because lots of people use scheduling tools and not many people are imaginative. So they tend to go for the rounder numbers like 8:30 in the morning or 5:30 in the afternoon. So the Instagram and other platform feeds are flooded at that time, and it's more likely you'll get that hit of engagement if you're posting at a more organic time, as we call it. Then we also have your post schedule time, in which you are able to create a schedule for each account in Hopper HQ. So after you've looked at your analytics, your best time to post, understand your audience, and like kind of know exactly when you are to be publishing, you can create a content schedule in your Hopper HQ settings for each account. And then you can press this button and it will fall into the next available slot in that queue, which is pretty cool. And then we have our post now feature, which is if you need to get a post out immediately. Say you've had to close the store for some reason, or you've got a flash sale on today. I don't know what it could be, but if you want to announce something to your followers immediately, that's what you'll do. Awesome. And then we have the ability to flip between posts, reels, and stories in case you want to change that up. And now back to the media. So once the media is up here, we have a few options. We can create a carousel post, which are the gallery posts on Instagram, which you like swipe across on to see more content and stack the images of videos there. You can tag people, tag whoever you want. Great for like that boost of engagement. Hopefully they'll share it with their followers. You really want that, good for growth. Crop if the image isn't quite right. The image editor, especially if you're using unsplash images, it might be quite nice to like make them your own. You can use our image editor, which is amazing. I think one of our most understated features, and you can kind of have that fun there, as well as delete the image or video if you so choose. Next, we're on to the caption. So we have these amazing AI tools, which are still in beta. So do let us know if you have any feedback or improvements. We love to hear them. But we have this text transform, which if you have a general idea of what you want your caption to be, you can write it down in very bad English and use this, not necessarily English, I'm assuming we're all English, but then we might not be, in your language. And you can use this button to transform the text into a perfect caption for you. As well, my favorite, this generate caption one. So it's going to use the image I've uploaded and create me a caption. And I'm going to go for a humorous tone caption. And hopefully it won't take too long, but it will generate me some options for an amazing caption. Let's see what I love it. Makes it so easy. Let's go for that one. And there you go. We also have this saved feature whereby you can have recurring content in here. So you can add a new saved feature, whatever it may be, have your saved content and save it, and you'll be able to insert it into your captions. So we have a recurring Monday post, we have a few hashtags here, like whatever you want, which might be recurring, you can do that. And just a note on that, recurring captions, hashtags, tags are the biggest trigger of spam features. Sorry, spam filters on the platforms themselves, especially Twitter and Instagram. They're the most sensitive. So if you do post the exact same thing again and again, your account will likely be flagged, and we really don't want that for any of our customers. Awesome. We have our hashtags, in which you can search for hashtags, type in any hashtags you want. It will pull up that hashtag, the reach of that hashtag, and you can kind of add that. So that's our search feature. And then we have this my hashtags, which are ones you've looked into our big hashtag database. I really recommend you have a look and have a play. And once you've had a look, you can create hashtag groups in which will live here, and you can insert them quite nicely into your caption. Let's go to this one. And they have a nice formatting about them, which we love. We have a first comment feature, which is an Instagram only, allowing you to be the first to comment on your posts, which is quite fun. If you did want to put your hashtags down there, for example, you can do that. And then location. We always recommend popping a location on. Your customers, your audience want to know where you are, be it to visit, opening hours, time zone, whatever it is. It's good to know. And then our most popular feature, I'd say, with Hopper HQ is that you can publish the singular post to every single account you have connected. So you'll see here, these are all the accounts, and here you'll see them as well. Obviously, different platforms have their own like limitations. So we can't post this to Twitter, for example, because it's too long, or to TikTok because it's too long. And then we need to kind of like play around with it and make it perfect. But if you did want to kind of have the same thing, you can create a copy of the post and make platform specific edits, which is quite cool. Awesome. Do let me know if you have any questions at all, but I'll just leave that there and you guys can have a play after the call. Fantastic. Let's jump into the calendar now, which if you are visual and like to see like what's upcoming, you're going to love it. So in the calendar, we have an overview of the content we've got coming up. So you can view all of your accounts if you so wish, or just one, or just two, in your content calendar. You can filter these to what's important for you. So if you have a load of drafts and you don't want to view them, you can toggle them off. If you just want to view stories, you can view that as well, which is quite fun. But here you can click into any post, see what's going on, make any edits. As well, you can drag and drop if you decide, I actually want that one there, for example, you can do that. As well, you can click into any empty space and create a post. So this is just a portrait version of what we were looking at landscape in the previous page, but here you can kind of have that fun there, which is cool. Awesome. Do let me know if you have any questions. And then let's jump into our analytics platform. So analytics obviously are great to keep an eye on. We want to see kind of what's going on and kind of how our accounts are growing, how we can improve, what can we be doing more of, and we can help you out there with our analytics. So here, our analytics are broken down into these 4 categories. Focusing on post analytics, you can see a breakdown of each and every post broken down into engagement, percentage, likes, comments, saves, reach, as well as impressions. You can order this data by what's important for you. If you're trying to go for virality, you might look at reach. If you're trying to create chatter and referrals, you might go for comments, like all of those kind of things. Next, best time to post, one of my favorite ones. Give it a second to load. Here you can see a heat map of when your followers are online. So the darker the blue, the more followers are online, and the lighter the blue, the less. So obviously we want to be targeting when the majority of our following are online to get that initial hit of engagement and hopefully create that kind of continuation of the growth on the engagement metrics. And then we have further kind of demographics we can see here, which are important for some accounts, internationally less important for others, but they're there. And then we have this overview account analytics tab, so you can kind of see these big metrics. And this is cool, so you can see kind of how you've grown on some days and not in others, and what you did those days. You can view new followers, impressions, reach, and all of those, which is cool. Oh, what happened on the 11th of January? But here you can kind of like have that fun there and see kind of what's going on and why, which is cool. And then hashtag analytics. So this was kind of a version 1 of our big hashtag database. But here you can see your top hashtags basically for your accounts. Takes into account any hashtags you've popped in your captions since publishing with Hopper HQ, and you can see which are the best ones for you. So ours is social media tips. And so we want to be using that all the time because that's our best hashtag. Fantastic. And now I'm going to jump into our settings just to show you a few things I've mentioned throughout the call. So in your time settings, you are able to create a schedule. So I'd really recommend looking at your best time to post, your analytics, understanding your audience and when they're likely to be online. And you can create a schedule for your accounts here. And then your post will automatically fall into this unless you select otherwise. Cool. Teams I mentioned right at the beginning, but if you were to convert your account into a team, you have the ability to add team members. So send them an email. Sorry, we'll send them an email once you've put their email address in with an invite link so they can create their own Hopper HQ account, absolutely free, to access what you give them access to. And we have these general permissions, which you can see here. As well, we have it on a more granular account level. So I might decide here that Mike, I don't want him to access my Instagram or my Pinterest, but he can draft on my other Instagram account, for example. So you can control your team members' permission. If you want them to be able to look at post approvals, they need to be full publish or admin.